what's good, y'all, man? We got Marvel's confirmed Thunderbolts / Dark Avengers team and First Mutants in MCU. You know what I'm saying? This is surprise news right here, though, man. You know what I mean? I didn't even see this shit till I like saw them recommended. So yeah, that's why I saw it and shit like that. But yeah, man. But I heard about Thunderbolts and shit. You know, I heard about that. It's supposed to be a Thunderbolt team and then Captain America 4, you know, so I heard about that, you know, rumors and shit. And then Dark Avengers, I think that's like, what, zombies and shit, like the Dark Avengers, I don't know what the shit is. And then First Mutant, X-Men and all that. I heard X-Men, well, the original X-Men is supposed to be coming back to MCU, but I don't know, you know what I'm saying? But it was news, though, you know, he posted on his Instagram, but we don't know that's confirmed yet, you know what I mean? But it is true, X-Men is coming to MCU, but who, you know, we don't know who's acting on it. You know what I mean? I hope it's the OG. You know what I'm saying? Hugh Jackman. You know what I'm saying? He posted on Instagram, but we don't know that shit confirmed though. So I don't know, but I hope it is the OG person. If not, then we gotta get somebody that's, you know what I mean, secondary. You know what I mean? I don't know. But yeah, but we're gonna check the video out, man. My boy Cosmo wanted to talk about Thunderbolts and Dark Avengers. The First Mutant, man. But yeah, if you would like to my channel, man, and if you like this news, man, let me know in the comment down below. And yeah, let's get it.
What's going on, everybody? It's Warren. Welcome back to the Cosmic Wonder. And man, I still can't get over that Loki finale. It was truly incredible. And
yeah, that finale, that shit was hot. Yeah, that shit was fire. That's why I was like this when it was done with that shit. I was like this. This how I was like just like this. Miles did it again. Look, like somebody said in the comments though. I don't know what name it is. Somebody said in the comments though. I don't know what name it is, but somebody said in the comments. They don't miss. They don't miss. Marvels don't miss, y'all. Ever since January, ever since WandaVision, look how they miss. Not one bit. They've been 5 for 5. Well, not 5 for 5. They did WandaVision, fire. Captain Falcon, fire. Loki, fire. They 3 for 3 right now. They about to be 4 for 4 with What If series with the cartoon version on the side. That's gonna be fire. I don't have to watch that shit. I know it's gonna be fire. You know what I mean? And then the other show, I don't know what show. It might be She-Hulk or some other show coming up after What If, but that shit gonna be fire. You know what I mean? So, but finale they did their thing. And they did it on purpose, not give us a post-credit scene because they want people to be hyped up for season 2. So that's smart by whoever write this shit, whoever cope this shit, you know what I'm saying? Whoever direct this shit, you know what I'm saying? Well, I think it's a girl, but you know what I'm talking about. They did it on purpose so we could be hyped for season 2. And I'm hyped for season 2 now because that's good in show. There's no post-credit scene because then we might not be hyped for it, or we might be. You know what I mean? You know how people is though. But that was good. They did that shit. So now we're gonna hype season 2, and yeah, go for that.
And now the multiverse is here, and don't worry, that's
multiverse madness. That's why. So the whole time it was Loki that started Loki that started multiverse and shit. So now we know who started it. It's the Lokis. The Loki started this shit. So now multiverse started. That's why Spider-Man ain't come out yet, because they want us to like look at this. You know what I'm saying? To get an understanding, get a glimpse of what the multiverse is, kind of. You know what I mean? Now, what's next? Shang-Chi, and what's next after that? Spider-Man. And Spider-Man might be the multiverse. But Marvel's and Sony didn't say shit. But I know what's gonna happen with Spider-Man though. No cap. I already know what's gonna happen. But yeah.
Finale, if you haven't seen it yet, no spoilers here. But as we all pretty much assumed and guessed from the very beginning, the multiverse is now here. Loki brought into the MCU the multiverse.
Facts.
We are now living in a Marvel cinematic multiverse. And things are really about to change and get pretty crazy. As far as the multiverse is concerned, Spider-Man No Way Home is next, and then
that's what I'm saying. Shang-Chi. But Shang-Chi's not dealing with multiverse. It's just his own movie. You know what I mean? But Spider-Man is next. And then Doctor Strange is next after that. And then what else? There's more. And then Ant-Man 3 after that. So, yeah.
Then, of course, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness is going to be truly insane. But let's not forget that Marvel still is going to remain somewhat grounded. There are going to be different aspects of the MCU moving forward. Different sides. One is going to be an absolutely insane multiverse side. The other will be a grounded side like the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. And then we're going to have a space side like Thor Love and Thunder, Guardians of the Galaxy 3, Captain Marvel 2, just a bunch of different awesome sides of the MCU. But there is one extremely exciting part about the grounded MCU that is coming relatively soon as well. And that is the Thunderbolts / the Dark Avengers. We actually have a confirmation from Marvel Studios' president, Kevin Feige, that the Thunderbolts or the Dark Avengers are being assembled right now. One particular character in the MCU right now has started recruiting these members, and this is coming right from the big dog himself, Kevin Feige.
So ain't no links or nothing. It's just okay, because I was about to say I thought it was gonna be like another link in the shit. That's what I thought, but hey, it coming up from the big boss. You know what I'm saying? CEO. Okay. Like this shit. No cap.
So this is official. So that's what I'll be breaking down in this video, that report, and I'll be talking about how there is a mutant in the MCU that debuted in Black Widow, and according to the actor himself, he is indeed the first mutant. And don't worry if you're worried about spoilers for Black Widow, it really isn't a spoiler at all. But if you love Marvel and want to stay up to date, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of the latest videos. So recently over at D23 inside the Disney podcast, Kevin Feige was on deck to answer some questions. And these questions were about a very specific character and what exactly she's doing right now. Most of you know who I'm talking about, Julia Louis-Dreyfus's Valentina, who first appeared in The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. And at the end...
Yeah, that's what I was like. I'm like, I know her somewhere. But she's from the, what my boy said. I'm like, I know her for something. I'm like, what's she doing? Like, but you can tell she's trying to start her own team out. And that's why y'all probably say Thunderbolts. You know what I mean? She's starting her own team out. First she got the fake Captain American, you know what I'm saying, on her side. So what's next? You know what I mean? But she's starting a little team out and shit like that. No cap. But yeah.
End of the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, as she was talking to John Walker and his wife, it certainly did look like she was doing something, aka recruiting people for a certain team. And this is what Kevin Feige was asked about that something that she's
Go. Come on, start the car. We're leaving.
doing, and this is what he had to say. And actually, I lied. We are going to be talking about spoilers for the Black Widow post-credit scene. Now, I won't talk about the
He's a lie.
entirety of the post-credit scene. What I'm gonna say really isn't that big of a spoiler, especially...
Bro, a lot of people watch this shit, man. Take your shit. Take your shit for the whole thing, man, about the Black Widow. Man, people care about that Black Widow movie, man. Shit, I ain't care about it. I give that movie a 6 or 5. That shit was alright, bro. I was asleep. But I was asleep 'cause I ate some food, but still, I was knocked the fuck out watching that shit. No cap, but hey, talk your shit, man. Go ahead, talk your shit, man. No cap.
Especially if you've already seen the Falcon and the Winter Soldier ending. So not that big of a deal, but watch at your own risk. But in regards to Valentina popping back up in the Black Widow post-credit scene, speaking...
Oh, I went to sleep. I ain't see this shit. Oh. See, I went to sleep. I ain't see this shit, though. I was knocked out. Oh, but I mean, it's good. You tell me shit. Cause I like in the day when it came out, when they said, "Oh, about drop this shit this year," I was like, okay, yeah. You know what I mean? It's old. Like, I ain't give a fuck about this movie. Some people did, some people didn't. I'm the one that didn't. You know what I mean? So hey, tell me about everything. Shit, I don't care.
To Yelena and doing something, as we're talking about, this is what he had to say. She's doing something. Yes, she is. She seems to be in recruitment mode.
That's what I'm saying. Like I said, she creating her team, and maybe Thunderbolts, like y'all said, or something else. You know. No.
Does Yelena already work for her? They seem to have a connection at that point. Yes. So, big confirmation right here from Kevin Feige himself. Yes, Valentina is recruiting for her own team. And as it seems, she's actually... actually already very well in the process of recruiting and has already recruited people, because remember, Black Widow actually takes place before the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Now,
facts. That's what I said, because like I said, I always said, that movie like y'all saw Black Widow, right? That movie is old though. That movie is like 2 years old. So it's like, this is, you know what I mean? This is after this right here is after Black Widow. You know, when I had Black Widow, this is, yeah. So yeah, shit, compliment my own self, nigga.
Now, the post-credit scene itself may take place after the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. However, Yelena seems to already be working for Val. Yelena states that she's not supposed to be contacting her while she's on holiday. Holiday meaning she's on vacation from working for Val. And this is what Kevin Feige just confirmed. He says, does Yelena already work for her? They seem to have a connection at that point. Yes. That's an exact quote from Kevin Feige. So Valentina has recruited Yelena on her team, and now she has recruited U.S. agent John Walker. And of course, Kevin Feige stated that she is going to continue to show up in the MCU and is going to play a very important role. He went on to say, and the future is bright for the MCU because Julia is in.
See, I said that shit too. That's what I said. The future is bright. I said that shit, man. Okay.
We are gigantic fans of hers at Marvel. We had a general meeting with her many years ago. Luis D'Esposito and I really just geeked out that we were even meeting her because she's such an icon, and we're very big Seinfeld nerds at Marvel Studios. As they should be, but he continued to say, so the notion of bringing her into the world was always something, if we could find the right thing, was something we wanted to do. And when this role came about and the opportunity to have her in Black Widow and the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and maybe in some other things coming up, which I actually find very funny because Kevin Feige is the Vault. He never gives away any spoilers. Even when it is just so obvious, he still never caves. He's never going to be the person that tells you. In fact, I'm actually really surprised that he told us that Valentina is recruiting a team. Now, that one has basically already been stated. She's recruited 2 people already. We've witnessed this on screen, but I'm still surprised he even said that. But when he says maybe some other things coming up, we already know that she is definitely going to be and some other things coming up. And he confirms this with his final statement when he says she was totally on board and really into it. So it's an amazing addition to the world, and I look forward to people being surprised by just where she'll show up next. So boom, there's your confirmation. She's going to show up again. We're going to see her recruit other people for either the Thunderbolts or the Dark Avengers. At this point in time, it's really unclear what team exactly she's forming. There's still somewhat of a mystery surrounding her. We don't know who exactly she works for, but she does seem to work for the government. There's a lot of things that she knows that only government officials would know. She tells John, here's a little secret to know about Captain America's shield. It doesn't really belong to the government. It's kind of a gray area. And in the comics, she does originally work for shield. That is until basically betraying them and becomes Madam Hydra. So right now, even though she's a mystery, it does seem like she works for the government. This could point to the Dark Avengers being formed. After all, the government doesn't really have an Avengers team right now. And before Avengers Infinity War and Avengers Endgame, it seemed like the government, specifically Thunderbolt Ross, really wanted to control the superhero group. That's what the Sokovia Accords were really about. So perhaps Valentina works for Ross, and she's recruiting his Dark Avengers team for him. But on the other hand, she does seem to be operating, as she says, within a gray area. And it seems like she is definitely the one that does things that aren't exactly legal. So therefore, a non-official government team is something that she could be putting together, which could be the Thunderbolts, especially since she has recruited U.S. agent John Walker for that. The government essentially already said that John Walker is not a part of their government, at least publicly. He's no longer in the army and was basically...
Yeah, he done. I mean, GG. But I mean, he's gonna be with her now, so I don't know what they're gonna use him for. I mean, you know, fight other people, but shit, I don't know.
Basically forbidden to take on the Flag Smashers. So the government isn't about to let him be on some public Avengers team. And the same actually goes for Yelena Belova. She was a Black Widow, working
every day. I die over and over again.
for Dreykov. They're not exactly going to want her on a public Avengers team either. And it seems like the other person that is going to be a part of, we'll say, the Thunderbolts is going to be Zemo. At the end of the Falcon and the Winter Soldier scene with US Agent, Valentina refers to Zemo as her friend. And if it is the Thunderbolts team and it's going to be controlled by Thunderbolt Ross, well, right now Zemo is in the Raft, the high security prison in the middle of the ocean that Thunderbolt Ross actually controls. So it won't be too hard to get him onto the team. So basically, based off of the characters that we already know to be a part of this team, it does seem like it's more along the lines of the Thunderbolts being formed rather than the Dark Avengers. However, definitely don't take the Dark Avengers team off the table. But either way, it has been confirmed by Kevin Feige that a new team is being recruited as we speak, and Valentina will pop up more in the future, most likely to continue to recruit her team of Dark Avengers or Thunderbolts, which is super exciting. Now, the last thing I want to talk about in this video,
that shit gonna be lit, no cap. Hey, that shit gonna be high, folks. I can't wait to see these teams though, man. Both, I don't know, Thunderbolts or Dark Avengers. Hey, I can't wait for both of them, no cap.
was what I mentioned in the beginning. And that is, apparently we have our first mutant in the MCU. The actor Daniel Richards, aka the Dutch Giant, who played a person by the name of Ursa in Black Widow, a prison inmate of David Harbour's The Red Guardians, recently posted to Instagram saying, "Marvel Black Widow is out. After 2 years, I can finally tell who my character is. Ursa Major. Mutant, X-Men, that appears in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Ursa is part of the Winter Guard."
So I got, hey, right there. Movies on MCU.
Noted for being Russia's answer to the Avengers. His power transforms him into an incredible bear, transcending the Hulk in size. Ursa appears many times in the comics, fighting Wolverine and the Hulk. When production on set told me who I really was in Black Widow, I let some tears in my hotel room because my movie dream became true. Being an official comic superhero, I can only hope Marvel will bring back Ursa in full form. Now, in the movie, he is called Ursa, and Red Guardian does call him a big bear. Before the movie came out, David Arbor also posted to his Instagram stating that the Winter Guard says hello, and he did actually mention the Winter Guard's characters by name, and Ursa was one of those characters. And at first I thought that, well, maybe this actor is simply saying that that's who he is, but he does state that the production team told him who he was. So technically, this is the first mutant in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Now, unfortunately, to the normal public, they're not really going to know this. Only us super fans are going to know this. So it is not yet a public declaration that the mutants are indeed in the MCU.
Oh yeah, I forgot, because a lot of people not heavy on comic books, or not comic books in general, or heavy on mutants. So it's like, when they do see it, when they do hear about that, they're like, oh, okay, you know what I'm saying? But like for us, or like other people that do is heavy on that shit, they'll be like, oh yeah, okay, X-Men, on MCU, okay, let's go. You know, some people like, and some people like this. You know what I mean? So it's like, you got it, you know, hey.
But we know they are now in the MCU. They are coming in future films, and it's only a matter of time until they are finally addressed as what they are. Mutants, and then of course the X-Men. So huge news today. We have mutants in the MCU, and the Thunderbolts or the Dark Avengers are starting to get recruited in the MCU, and the team is going to be out there soon. Let me know what you think about this awesome news in the comments down below. Don't forget to like the video, and for live updates you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter. And as always, thank you all so much for watching. Woof woof.
But yeah. You know what I'm saying? We got some, that was the best news ever, you know what I'm saying, out of this week, you know what I mean? But yeah, so we got Thunderbolts coming soon, Dark Avengers coming soon, and then we got Mutant, you know what I'm saying, on Black Widow. Now, I didn't see that part when you said that, you know what I'm saying? I told you I went to sleep in that shit, you know what I mean, Black Widow. I didn't want to sleep the whole movie, about to the last minute of the movie. Not last minute, but like the last scene of the movie. Not scene, but you know that last part, whatever that shit called. But yeah, that's what I saw. You know what I mean? I ain't looking at no post-credit scenes, so I'm like, damn, okay. Shit, I ain't look at that. I'm all like this. Look, I like this, y'all. I like this. You know what I mean? I don't have to look out. But yeah though, man. But hey, some good news right here though, man. Good news right here. This is for the people that's heavy on Marvels. They gonna like this shit. People that's not heavy on Marvels, they don't like that shit. You know what I mean? But yeah though, man. Hey, future is bright. Like my boy my boy Cosmo Wonder said, and like, you know, like I said, future is bright. You know what I'm saying? Now we got the multiverse full effect. Anything can happen now. Anything can happen. You know what I mean? Next, Spider-Man. You know what I'm saying? With the multiverse. So now I understand why Marvel's and Sony didn't want to drop it. You know, it's really Sony, but Marvel's got a, you know, part of it too. I know why though, because they want us to see how it's gonna, you know, come about, the multiverse. Now the multiverse is out. We're ready for that trailer now. Now the trailer should be out and coming soon in full effect. You know what I mean? No cap. But yeah, I'm out, and yeah, I'm out. Alright, peace.